right, I think we're going. Testing. Oh, doggo. No. Come back this way.
Liza,
Hello?
come.
Hello?
Liza. Go over here. Dog. Come here. Liza, come.
Hello? All right.
Good girl. Good girl.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I don't know. My computer. All right, ready? 5 seconds of silence.
Yeah, sure.
Why, hello.
Hey there.
So we're way up here in a higher altitude.
Yeah.
Annual camping trip.
Yeah. Keeping the dog away from the chipmunks, which she so eagerly desires to eat. Am I way too...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the levels. Do I have it set? Oh, I think I have it set for wrong. All right, let's start this again.
Take 2.
People watching a video. These speakers do not work very well. Or these muffs.
Probably not. She's probably wore them out.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah.
I'm going to turn
Maybe
the
the
gain
gains. All right, that will, yeah, I'm sure that'll help.
up. Yeah, because
Let's monitor. Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
All right, so I need to be back here.
Yes.
All right.
You can relax
Can't
a little
eat
bit.
the microphone.
You can't eat the microphone.
All right, 5 seconds. Oh, let me go back to where we can actually see it. Uh-oh. What you doing there? I don't know what these are.
What?
They might stop us. We'll see.
Oh, those are,
It's like a selection.
yeah,
I don't know how to anti-select, though.
control all.
Nope.
Right click? Nope.
Clear looping region. There we go.
Hey,
We did it.
our powers combined.
All right. Why, hello.
Hey there. So, something's wonderfully different here. You can smell fresh air. It's so nice.
Indeed, although it smells a little dusty.
That's just part of the vintage.
It's the patina of
Yeah, the
reality,
the patina of reality.
of authenticity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, comparatively, when we're at home, all we smell is smog and dust and burning things.
Which smells normal, I'd say.
That's the normal smell we're so used to. And then you come up here and your lungs just breathe deep. And it's like, oh, this is healing. This smells so good. Because there's all these trees.
The pine trees are wonderful.
All the pines, yeah, they're just pumping out all this wonderful oxygen. And it makes it so lovely.
When I was at LSU and I had the dorm, I think it was Acadian, and there was a tiny little lake around, or right next to it.
Yep.
I would go and I'd walk around this tiny lake, and there was a patch of pine trees, and every time I walked by them, I would slow down because it smelled like home to me. Because pine trees, this is the smell of home.
Oh, is it for you?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I ever
that.
told you that.
No.
Yeah, I loved that little patch of pine trees because pine is pine wherever it is. And
Yeah.
if it reminds you of home, I mean, pine tree isn't all that common, I'd say, in the South. There's just so much growth there that, pines do very well in our climate here. They're survivors, so they out-survive most other trees. So we have fir trees, I think, 3 different types of firs.
Hem fir, Douglas fir.
Yeah, there's several different varieties.
Down south, it's southern pine.
And then we have aspen trees up here.
Yes.
And then bushes, just kind of little short shrubbery. And that's about it that survives.
Chipmunks. Lots and lots of chipmunks.
Yeah, our dog is going to...
I'm holding her. She's okay.
I was like, she's going to tear off and she's going to upset this whole thing.
No.
Toss the table
I got
over.
her. She might whine, but I got her.
Yeah, so we're at our favorite campground, which is Golden Gate Canyon, because you can make reservations, which means you definitely have the campsite. Is there
it's directly to your right.
Oh, okay.
There's a chipmunk that grabbed some
coming
food.
for the dog food.
Yeah. Stealthy.
Yeah, Liza's using her own dog food as bait to lure these chipmunks, and she wants to kill them. Yeah, she's pretty strategic. She killed a rabbit last week.
Yeah, that was not fun, but good in the same
she
respect.
wasn't bloody. I was worried about her being bloody. I was worried about her getting sick, but she just kind of killed it. slit it open nice and lots of guts. I don't know if she ate anything.
She probably did.
But she showed us very proudly, and the kids were horrified. I was like, well, if that rabbit's stupid enough to get caught by our dog, it needs to not go into the yard of a dog.
Yep.
It should be able to smell a dog.
Well, she's a hunting dog, so
And she's fast.
Yeah, she's super fast. So
She's
that's
crazy
why I'm
fast.
holding her, because she will catch one of these chipmunks. And I don't mind if she kills a rabbit in our neighborhood, but
Yeah.
up here, I don't think we've quite got the vaccinations for her to chew on a chipmunk. They might have a few other buggies
Yeah, that's
that
true.
she's not ready for. So,
That is very true.
well, I'm Dale.
I'm Kit.
Welcome to Catholic Hitch. We are a Catholic family seeking heaven and hoping to pick up others along the way.
Small talk. So it is Independence Day officially.
That's right. I always
Today
forget.
is Independence Day.
So all of these major things that most people think about, like the Avs winning the Stanley Cup, or the Broncos winning the Super Bowl, or even the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. Somebody was mentioning Patrick Mahomes the other day. I'm like, I know that name. It sounds familiar. Oh, that's right. He's led
the QB.
He led the Chiefs to the Super Bowl a few years ago, and he's a super awesome guy. But I don't live in that realm. So when somebody mentions it, they were talking, because apparently he went to their alma mater as well, somewhere in Texas. So I just don't think about that. So yeah,
we're not sport people. We're not a
even
sport
4th
family.
of July, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's that day, because we do our own celebration.
Yeah, why do we come up here?
Separate. We come up here so that we don't have to smell the gunpowder that is prevalent everywhere in the entire metro and deal with all of the crazy people.
Well, I have to say, growing up, I loved going to the big city 4th of July displays. I have such wonderful memories. And perhaps it's part of childhood that you have these rosy memories that you don't perceive the negatives. But ever since, we're parents, we go to these 4th of July events, these large public gatherings, and people are just trashy.
Well,
and then they also start doing something that's legal here, but it's not legal to do it where they're doing it, which is
they smoke pot
during the fireworks show.
Yeah, and
so you see just token up plumes everywhere.
Between that and the vaping, it's just.
Oh my
Whoa!
gosh!
What happened?
She didn't. She's just mad at me, I think.
Oh, because she wants to get them.
Yeah, I didn't hurt her.
Yeah.
I just wasn't letting her jump after them. You want your thing back?
Yeah,
I'll put her on
she's
the
fine.
tie off. You can keep talking.
Well, I think that for me, Independence Day really the Oneric Independence Day for me was always kind of being at home and blowing up things and popping off fireworks. We'd occasionally go and see a fireworks show, but I really didn't do that until I was in high school. When I first started dating, that's when I started going and doing those kind of things. But before that, at best, we would go and we'd park on a service road next to Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun and watch the fireworks go off. But we were so busy blowing up our own stuff, we didn't really even care. Because it's so different in Missouri than here. Where here you're there just is no fireworks unless you're out in the boonies that it's allowed, and even then it's dangerous because everything's so dry. Missouri, I think there was 1 year, maybe 2, that I recall that it was a drought and they said no fireworks. But otherwise, it's free and clear. You can do whatever you want, and everybody blows up everything possible.
There is a chipmunk on our table.
That little punk.
I think there's a lid on the dog food. I don't think that's gonna scare a chipmunk away.
Probably not. Go scare it.
So we decided, after enduring a couple of those public displays and just people, cursing in front of kids and then throwing frisbees into our children and being kind of drunk and then certainly toking up during the fireworks display, just being total trash. Just white trash.
Don't forget the mortar shells that have fallen on us a couple of times.
Oh, yeah. That's been fun.
Yeah.
From the public displays.
Yep.
We've gotten on the wrong side of the display, so they've blown over us and fallen on us.
Yeah.
We just had enough, and we thought, well, let's go camp. And we really enjoyed it. And so this is what we do generally around the 4th of July. And now we have another 4th of July tradition that I have to actually keep in mind when I'm booking our camping trips.
Yeah.
Because we always go over to friends to, they live in kind of a northern county where it's a little bit easier to do some like little fireworks, nothing that leaves the ground.
You're allowed to do some, not anything big, but it's enough for the kids to have a little bit of fun with it, and to kind of get that nostalgia.
Yeah, so we went and did that a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And it like the couple is Hawaiian and Texan, and so they make so much really good food.
Yeah.
And I was actually recovering a little bit, so I couldn't eat anything.
Well,
such a bummer.
Even when they make vegetarian stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how he does it, but it's so good. It's way better than anything I ever try to make with the vegetarian. I mean, it's still the vegetarian patties.
Yeah, we know if it's not vegetarian.
But he knows how to make it taste so good. So.
Yeah. It's always such a blast, and the kids all enjoy each other, and it's kind of fun seeing them grow up, year by year doing this, because this was our 3rd year, I think, getting together and in celebrating the 4th of July with them.
Yeah.
Oh, she almost got one.
She got close.
Oh, Liza. But she's too stupid to, realize she's circling her lead around rocks and trees that, results in a shorter lead.
I'm pretty sure that was a team effort, because there was a chipmunk down there that she was distracted by while 2 other chipmunks were coming in for the dog food.
So they're smarter than our dog.
Yeah. Well, there's more of them.
They have a better army.
There's more of them.
They're more organized.
Yes.
So yeah, we're up here in the mountains celebrating Independence Day, and a wonderful Independence Day it is. It's quiet here. There's no one on the sites next to us.
Yeah.
But they're booked. This was the only campsite that was available for the days that we wanted to be here. So I know we're going to have company tonight if these were empty last night. Although people could have abandoned them because we did get rain. It wasn't like last year, but man, we were very strategic setting camp up. We nailed it.
We did pretty well this year. We got a lull in the rain, and then...
Well, we did the pop-up first to give us
we had to, get the pop-up
staging
over
location.
the picnic table.
Yeah.
So we always put that over the picnic table, just to kind of the central station for everything while we're up here. And then when the rain let up just a little bit more, we were able to put up the other tents.
Yeah, and you always do the big tent for the kids, and I always do the little tent for the adults.
Yeah.
And we are definitely on the last year of this tent.
For the adults.
Yeah, we need to get a new 2-person tent again.
Every year we get up here and we forget that the last year we said we were going to do something about the bottom zipper on the tent, which has been broken. I was going to
replace it, or I was going to fix it.
And we always forget, and it's been literally broken since we bought it.
Yeah.
And, at the time, unfortunately, I was too bashful to take it back and be like, your tent zipper broke right away.
Man, I totally would have brought it back.
I know, but I didn't do it. So we've had it for 12 years, 10 years, something like that now.
Yeah, because Christina was just barely potty trained. It was hard, actually, when we came up the first time, because there's toilets, but they're holes in the ground with a toilet seat and then a building around them, and there's nothing else. There's no flushing. And so it looks like it's a really deep drop hole, and she's got a little bottom, so she almost reverted from toilet training.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, I remember the stress of making sure that she pooped in the potty, and I don't think we had the right accessories for her to not poop in the potty. So it would have been a damper on the trip. So that was our very first camping trip. That was a long time ago.
Damp trip. That was a wet trip as well.
Yeah, and then we had a lull. Then we had, 4 years before we tried camping again.
Yeah, we had other munchkins by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so every year we come up and enjoy the just beauty of God's country, the nature that he gives us, and I don't know, it's just a way to take rest. And this year, rather than going straight back to work after this, I took off the week, said, I've got vacation, I need to use it.
You're smart.
Just take some time off. And luckily our projects were at a lull point. There's one of those mason bees you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That I was able to do it. So everybody else can manage things while I'm gone. It'll be great.
Yes. Hopefully nothing explodes.
Hopefully not.
I remember someone talking about being a bus driver was their retirement gig, and they had a high stress position prior where like they really never could clock off. And the guy said, like, I love this job because I turn my keys in and I walk away, and it doesn't matter if the entire thing explodes. I'm just continuing to walk. I am out for the day.
Yep.
And he really liked it.
That is a nice feeling.
Yeah. You don't get that very often.
Not anymore, no. That whole principal role doesn't quite allow for that necessarily. But that's what I'm called to, so that's what I'm doing.
Indeed.
Big talk?
Big talk. Hey, kids! So, we're going to do something a little different.
You're going to turn it to the Omni?
Omni. Let's see if that works.
Ooh.
Is it working?
I think so. Yeah. It's picking up everything. It's good.
Yeah. So, we're going to do...
Sanders children assemble. They're coming. Takes a second. Oh, he wasn't kidding. There is a chipmunk with a green collar on.
What? That's weird.
I don't think somebody could have put it on it unless they intentionally did so.
Maybe they're tracking the population?
Maybe.
Hola. Hi, curly hair girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a green collar on.
What does?
The chipmunk.
Where?
Got a green collar, that one over there.
Oh, it does.
Well, when we have internet again, we can take a look and research. Hey, Johnny.
Sit down.
Let's call him Daddy. He's Daddy Junior.
Yeah, he is.
Jonathan,
Come
come
on,
forth.
sit, Johnny.
Nope, you're in this too. We're gonna play a game.
Come on, sit down. Let's play a game.
Come on, Terrence and Rosalina.
Terrence is taking forever.
Terrence just has to tie a shoe.
That's okay.
All right, come
You
find
can join.
a spot.
I'm gonna sit this in.
Oh.
Hey, I'm gonna sit.
Rosie?
Just let him sit.
Rosie?
Baby, you can
I
sit
have
here.
to get over you.
Oi! Oi!
Gosh.
Recorded for all posterity. Everyone's going to hear the fight of Rosie and Johnny to get into their camp chairs, which it doesn't matter, they're not assigned.
Yeah. No one can hear your contribution over there.
Yeah, he's adding to.
I know, he's going to love this.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is mommy or daddy, I have a number of them in my head already. We're going to start describing famous people from the Bible.
Oh, no.
And then I'm going to give a description, and then we're going to go from youngest to oldest to see who guesses it. And when the person guesses it, then we move on to the next one, of course. So we'll just get started without Terrence.
Terrence, hurry up!
All right. So Johnny, Rosie, I am a man, and I listened to God, and I made a big boat. And then lots of animals came into the boat, and then the big floodwaters came. Terrence! Johnny, who am I? Who am I describing? Who is the man? He listened to God, and he built a big, big boat, and
With lots of
then
animals
lots
in
of
it.
animals came, and then the waters came. Do you know?
The guy with the beard.
Well, yeah, he probably did have a
Don't do that,
beard.
Terrence.
But do you know his name?
Got it?
Go sit down.
Okay, Rosie.
Don't sit on that, Terrence.
Say it loud.
Come over here.
Noah.
Yep. All right, ding, 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 Rosalina. All right,
That's for me.
next.
No, I already knew.
Sit.
I am a
Poke the bear,
cantankerous prophet. I did not want to be called to prophesize to the person that I was directed to prophesize. And so I decided rather than go to them,
Right now.
I would go the other way, and I would go by boat. And in so doing, I incurred God's displeasure and therefore ended up in the belly of a giant fish before going to my final destination. Who am I? Johnny, do you know who the guy was in the big fish inside the whale? What his name is?
He didn't want to go talk to the people who are
Nope.
fish
All right,
lappers.
do you know Rosalina?
No.
Terrence?
I don't know the name.
What?
Wow, Christina, it's up to you. Oh no.
Fish lappers.
Yeah, I know. I remember this story. I can't remember who it was.
All right, Daddy.
Jonah.
Jonah.
I know it started
Boom,
with a
boom,
J.
boom.
He was going to Nineveh.
I remember that.
All
I
right.
can't remember the name.
Next, I am a herald, In fact, I have no corporeal form, and I appear twice. I think it's 600 years apart. I proclaim that a Messiah is coming, and then I return to ask a question. Who am I?
John,
This is intended for the older kids. Do you know, Rosie?
Holy Spirit.
No.
Close.
Not a bad idea.
Wait, is it a person?
I have
Like a
no
real person?
corporeal form.
No form.
Oh, okay.
I have no body. I appear twice in the Bible as a herald.
The
And I return
angels.
Yeah, what's
Which
the
one?
name?
You're very close with that G sound.
Gabriel?
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
I thought it was Raphael.
Sit down
Yeah.
before you fall
I
down.
thought it was something else.
All right, I have another one. I am a beautiful young woman, but I'm being brought up in captivity. My beauty entices the king to marry me, and it's a good thing too, because God's people were in danger, and I came to their rescue through my bravery. Who am I? Rosie, do you know? Going in age order.
No clue.
Queen Esther.
Queen Esther. Did you know, Daddy? I'm sure you knew.
I knew I could see her in my mind, but I couldn't think of her name. I wanted to say Ruth, and I knew that
And-
wasn't right.
So,
I've heard
all
that
right.
story so many times.
I am another woman who has joined an Israelite family, and I'm from the surrounding villages, but I'm not a native Israelite woman. I marry, and then my husband dies, and then my brother-in-law dies. And so my mother-in-law decides that she's going to return to her country, and she asks me please to stay here and find a husband for my own people, to not have to feel that I am, entrapped by her. But I decide I am going to go the journey. And during the journey, we're very poor, and so I am able, because of our poverty, to glean. And I start gleaning in the fields of a man who eventually marries me. Who am I? Terrence, do you have any idea? Christina.
Ruth.
I think it's Ruth. I don't think it's Naomi, right?
No, it's not it.
Yeah,
no.
I think it was
I
Naomi.
can picture
Was it
but I
Ruth?
can't
It was
remember.
Ruth.
I thought
Okay, it's Ruth. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I get them mixed up.
I can
All right,
picture
Daddy,
it,
do you have
but-
any others?
They
I
have a
can
son
keep
named
going.
Jesse, and
Yes.
Jesse becomes
Yeah.
David's.
Yeah, pretty. So because another young woman said yes and stayed faithful to her family, we have the dynasty of David. Pretty cool, huh?
It's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty slick.
when I got to that part, I was reading those over Lent this year. All these female, kind of heroines of the Bible, and when I got to that part of the Book of Ruth, I gasped because I had not realized for a long time, and I read it a long time
Light
ago.
bulb.
But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that was such a great mic drop. For those who didn't know it was coming,
Yeah.
it was like really emotional. Ha ha ha. All right, Daddy, do you have some?
Okay.
See if you can get some easy ones. I went kind of in escalating difficulty.
All right.
Indeed.
I am a scrappy young lad who just likes to shepherd his sheep and stay to himself. And I've got a lot of older brothers that are much better looking than I am. But for some reason, this guy, a prophet, he comes along and decides that I'm going to be the anointed one and that I should be king, even though we have a good king. But if it's the will of the Lord, I will do it. And then I become really...
All right, I don't think you
Ooh.
don't need to describe any further.
All right, Rosie.
Rosalina.
I knew this.
David?
Yeah, that's
Ding, ding,
right.
ding.
I
Good
knew this
job.
when you said scrappy young shepherd. I was like, oh, that's David.
Yeah, I was like, which story? There's two in my mind. And then I'm like, oh, ding. I think
All right,
like
Daddy.
What? Terrence just whisper a little. And then I kind of thought for a moment. And then I realized it was David.
Okay. All right. So, I am a very strong and handsome man. I have big flowing locks of hair, and I like to show off and protect those around me that are Israelites.
All right, Rosie, do you know?
I remember the story, but I don't know the name.
Solomon or something like that.
What is it?
Like Solomon or something.
Nope, not Solomon.
Samuel.
Nope, not
Not
Samuel.
Samuel?
Not Samuel.
Close. It's an S word, and it's Sam.
Samson.
Yeah, son of Sam.
Samson.
Yeah, I just thought of monster truck and I'm like, and then you said it.
Monster truck.
Yeah, because there is one.
There was
What?
a monster truck called Samson?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh, wow.
Not the show.
I don't
but-
remember that.
Just another
Johnny, do you want to try guessing? Here, come here.
I don't wanna.
one. He doesn't want a mommy.
Sadness.
When I was born under a distinct star, and angels appeared in the heavens, singing Gloria in excelsis. Johnny, who am I?
I was very
Wonderful,
cute.
Cricket,
I had a
powerful.
mommy.
cricket.
Johnny.
Cricket.
His mommy's name was Mary.
Who would you be? Or who would I be?
I would be Jesus.
Boom.
Yeah, Jesus. Johnny got it. See, you could play.
Oh, I'm so
I
hot.
don't want to.
Nope, he's off in the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daddy, you have another?
Oh, okay. I'll make this one an easy one then for Rosie. One day, an angel came to me and told me that I was going to
Okay,
have
Johnny.
a son.
Terrence.
And I thought, I was fearful. You know, this is pretty scary. There's an angel. And I love the Lord my God. But I decided
I think they're.
that I wouldn't believe him. And because I wouldn't believe him, he told me that I could not speak until that baby was born.
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
The hands go down.
No one knows?
I
The
know.
name begins with a Z. Z.
Wait, it's a
So,
girl?
One
No.
day, until one day, 9 months later, my little boy was going to be born. And they asked me, what is going to be the name of my son?
And
Because-
he said,
Zechariah?
That's right.
yeah, so that's his name. But what was the name of his son?
I don't know.
John.
John the Baptist.
He will
got beheaded.
increase, I will decrease.
That's right.
He got
All
beheaded
right.
at the end of his life.
This is a tough one, but we've heard the name a lot recently. I am in the book of Genesis, and I was a contemporary of Abram, and I met him and recognized how God loved him, and so I offered a new form of worship of bread and wine. What is my name? Can you think of the letter?
Mel.
Melchizedek.
Good.
The
That
king
one's a
and
tough one.
priest.
Hey, he did
Yeah,
know
priest, prophet, and king.
that. Yes.
Because he was a prophet in that he recognized
That's right.
Abraham.
We just
and
talked about him.
yeah.
Trying to think of another.
I did something wrong, and when I was called out on my wrongdoing, I blamed my wife. Who am I?
Ooh, I know.
I did something wrong, and when I was called out on it, I blamed my wife. Really?
Man.
I can think of the story.
Give a few more details.
We lived in a beautiful place that has never been seen again on earth.
Rosie, you got an idea?
There's 4 characters in this tale, and one of them had legs. Rosie, do you know? I did something wrong, and when I was called out on it, I blamed my wife.
2 of them had legs.
Well, 4 of them. Well, 4 of them had legs, technically, but one of them used to have legs, and no longer has
Oh.
legs.
Well, yes, this is true. He was big and mean
Christina's
and scary.
gonna go crazy. You guys don't have any idea? All right, Christina.
Adam and Eve.
Adam, technically.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adam.
I did something wrong, and when I was called out on it, I said, she gave me the fruit.
Yep.
Blame, it's her. She's in trouble.
The one that didn't have that had legs but doesn't have it anymore. The serpent, which
Yep.
was Satan. in
Yeah,
form.
he was to slither on the ground and eat the dust of the earth.
Which means
Yes.
if
That
that
will be
hadn't
an
happened,
enmity.
serpents would have legs.
Yeah. All right. Do
With
you guys
her
have any
people.
ideas of who am I characters? All right, Christina.
This is easy. Most likely.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I got it.
We've had some easy
Let's
ones.
leave it.
Next one.
Yep, I'll get it.
I can
Um,
the next one.
Okay.
Can you explain it again?
My
Say it
son,
again.
my father spoiled me. I have a lot of brothers,
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, I think I know.
This is for you
and
too.
they banished me, kind of.
All right,
No,
Rosie.
they
Joseph?
sold you.
Yep.
Yeah, Joseph.
job.
Good job. All right, Taryn. So it's yours.
I mean, honestly, I don't know the name.
That's okay.
That's okay, but we'll know the
Let's-
names.
let's figure
So
it out.
describe the story.
I think he. I'm the youngest of my brothers. I think.
That's the one I just did.
All right, keep going.
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
There's several with young
Okay.
brothers.
There's a lot of brothers.
Let's see. I have not. I think I had 4 older brothers. I think maybe. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay,
Um,
just keep going. Move away from the brothers. Give us some more details.
They were in a war against, like they were like helping against like a war, and then the father asked me to like give them food. I think
Uh-huh.
it's a I
Keep
can't really
going.
describe it that well.
Was he in a high position?
No. Like all his other brothers were like helping, but he was just like
All right, Christina knows.
Who is it, Christina?
David.
yes.
I was thinking it was David. That's how he ended up fighting
the shepherd.
Goliath. Because he
killed
was
him with
bringing
a
them
slingshot.
food, and he heard that they were all going to,
Be afraid of David. Or not David,
that they were
Goliath.
all afraid of Goliath. That no one wanted to actually stand against him
Okay.
and just end the battle there and save lives. So
Can I
he
go
stood up.
now?
Yes,
Yeah.
you go now, Rosie.
I would call.
Yeah. Sit up.
Okay, now I'm confused.
So you have to describe who it is without their name.
Like I am.
And you just use it like it's you. You could also say he or she if that's
Don't do that.
easier.
Don't do that.
I don't think I can really explain.
Here, whisper it into my ear and I'll do it for you. Ah, yes. Okay.
Okay. Wait. Okay, this is very entertaining right now.
Okay.
It was like a look.
So,
Look.
I was the mother of someone very important. I'm not in the Old Testament.
She's doing it hard.
I can think of 2 people. Elizabeth.
Nope.
Mary.
Yep.
Okay.
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
I was like, okay, yeah, I know. When you said the important person, I'm like, okay, it's Mary.
Then why didn't you say it?
Because I was gonna look dumb. Because we did guess a bunch, didn't we?
No, there's no reason you can't say Mary. We hadn't said Mary yet.
There's a long sting.
All right. This is something you guys should get because we talked about this recently because it was brought up recently.
Where is Liza?
I was out plowing behind 12 oxen and a guy came up and asked me to do something. Who am I?
Alicia.
Yes.
Elijah?
It's
Nope,
Alicia.
Alicia. Elijah was
Elijah
the one
was
that asked
the guy
him.
who asked him.
Yep, he burned his oxen cart.
And then
And
he
then-
roasted those. He slaughtered his oxen,
Slaughtered
his
the
12
gave them
oxen.
to the Lord, and then they ate the food, and then they left.
Well, they gave it to the people and then they left.
Yes, I'm sure they ate some too.
They probably did. Probably, like, put some in their pockets and they're like, okay, we're gonna take this. We'll eat it on the way.
That's right.
Jerky.
Jerky.
Old Testament jerky.
Old Testament jerky.
I appear
comes
in
out
the
bad.
Old Testament and in the New. Who am I? There's a few candidates, but I have one person in particular in mind.
Elijah,
Or
Abraham.
Moses.
not Abraham.
Moses.
Yeah,
Can I-
Moses.
It's Moses.
Wasn't
Was it Moses?
Abraham.
I thought it was
Moses.
Abraham
It was-
and Elijah on the mountain.
It's Moses.
I thought it was
and
Moses and Elijah.
Probably was.
Yeah,
We have to
Moses
fact
and
check it.
Elijah.
Check us, listeners. Okay, last one. Do you have one,
You can
Daddy?
call them out.
I have a hard one. I think
No, go
Christina
ahead.
or Dale will be the only ones to go.
Go ahead.
Oh,
All right, I am living in a town, in an Israelite town. I think in Israel, not in Judah. Maybe it is Judah, actually. Regardless, there is an incoming army who is going to overtake my town, and they've surrounded it. And all the people of the town are afraid, and they have said that God has abandoned us. And I get quite upset hearing this. And so I tell them that I am going to go and stop this army all by myself. So I do a lot of praying, and then I go and I stop that army all by myself. Oh, and by the way, I am a widow. Who am I?
No clue.
I can't think of her name.
Is it he or
But I know
she?
who you're
I thought
talking
it was
about.
prophetess. It's a prophetess.
a widow. A widowed woman.
I thought it was Joan of Arc first.
She goes and
She's not in the Bible.
takes care of that evil bad guy that no one else wanted to deal with, therefore stopping the entire army in one go.
2 swings and she chops off a head,
Yep.
which I cannot even imagine.
Well, you know, when you're used to slaying lambs and oxen and got that big old butcher knife.
Oh man, it was with his sword too, I think.
Yes.
All right, does anyone know?
Oh goodness.
Judith.
Yes. So Judith.
Oh, I don't know her.
I
Yeah,
have no clue.
she's in one of the
I know there
the
was
books
a
of the
prophetess.
Bible that is not in Protestant Bibles. I figured
Really?
that out recently
Oh.
listening to The Pillar.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either until they said it.
They're
So-
missing out on an awesome story.
Yeah, I love it because she always goes and prays. She prays every day. She prays the entire time, and she's really just giving herself to God because she's in the encampment with her enemies, and they could have taken her over at any time. They could have, they could have done a lot of bad things, but they didn't, because God protected her, and preserved her, because she gave herself entirely over to God in order to do His will.
Yeah,
Pretty amazing.
it is amazing.
All right. Well, if you have made it this far, congratulations. You're probably one listener, and it's probably their grandmother who's still listening right now.
And I
But-
apologize for every other listener that actually wanted to listen and continue.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you too. May the Lord guide and direct our journey.
Amen.
And good night. Amen.
It's not night, Terrence.
Who knows,
It's hot.
someone
Save
might
it,
be
yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
Save it before it dies.
Go back to the tent.
Yeah, let's go back to the tent.
Oh.